up and running through some. I don't know no plays on the field, I just free form. Caught it with the left, but I'm better with my right arm. When they call blitz, hit stick, don't mean no harm.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the AFC WildCard round on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
To throw on third down, Jenkins. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And taken right on the 30. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Raiders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jenkins. And that's going to be incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jenkins getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, Jenkins. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Off the play fake, Young. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they're going to start in great field position, and they've been starting in great field position in this one thanks to some great punt returns we see here.
And this is why you hear special teams coaches talk about pressing the kicking game, the area of hidden yardage. Although they actually count it, they know that if they bring the ball back big time each time, that helps out their offensive unit. And right now, they've set their group up in enemy field position.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A play fake. Now Young. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jenkins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd down, Vernon.
This is unbelievable.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now a handoff here to his running back. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat. Chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the Raiders have got him. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And all the way down to the 27. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Right back to him on 1st down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the try here for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we're at halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams trying to avoid being run and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. 20.
You gonna like this?
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy
they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents, and this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be taken at the 10. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jenkins. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing on 1st down. Jenkins, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
110 yards rushing for him now, as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jenkins. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Jenkins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. Oh, yeah! And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. On 1st down, Jenkins can't get away, and he's taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 6. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jenkins going right side here, and that's complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Then his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.